Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Kill10Rats. Welcome back to Legends of Eisenwald, where I am hiding in a mine. And the cutthroat is back. For some reason. The mob that we already beat is once more on the map. And I don't really know why. I checked the timestamps on the video recording and I checked the timestamps on the save game, and I'm pretty sure that the save game I have is from after I finished recording, so I didn't really anticipate forgetting to save, and I don't think I did. So I don't know, the game has had a 1.03 patch after I stopped recording and before I start recording again, so it might be that. Long story short, this guy is now on the way, and maybe we can do the ambush a little better this time around. I mean, it can't go any worse than last time. I doubt we have been able to swing that anyway, so it probably would have been eminently necessary to restart this anyhow. Okay, so what do you want me to do now, game? Do you want me to... Okay. I guess this worked. What is this? Have they burrowed up from the ground? We have you now, fools! Your company pounces on the unaware bandits and kills 2 of them. Ah, so that's how that's supposed to go, right? Okay. I like this a little better. Let's see, if I go there, it's 1 square, it's 1, 2, 3 square. I kinda have to go this way, otherwise this dude can go for my healer. And I don't like that very much. And now they're both forced to go after Heinrich instead. Which is just how I want this. Right, you there, sit down before you fall down. We'll keep his health up, I suppose. Actually, was this added in, or has it been there all the time? It's probably been there for a while now, but... Oh, they actually have names. August the String Bean. Hello? Why am I not... Okay. 3 times is the charm. Let's meditate a little. I feel like the frame rate isn't great at the moment, but hopefully it'll reassert itself. I am recording this in NVIDIA Shadowplay, so it's pretty light on the performance overall. Right, that definitely looks a little bit better than it used to look last episode. Although I would have liked to sort of bite my way through it. I was about to take stock of our inventory and just use a healing potion on the healer and hope for the best. They are not the only ones. We must return to the mine. Okay, we'll do that. So I guess now I've accidentally also shown you how to do the ambush. And now we wait. I guess those are the next ones. Let's make them go a little faster, maybe. Sir, more outlaws are coming. Quickly, we must... Sorry about that. Quickly, we must get back to the mine. Yes, indeed. You will not take this mine. It is mine. Oh, God. So bad. Come on. So I guess the game sort of does it for you with triggering the dialogue at the point when it's safe to ambush them. Here comes the second squad, to battle! To battle indeed. I just wish it were easier to mouse over them. There we go. What the hell? There wasn't anyone left in the mine! Here's what you deserve, rascals. That's a strong language you're using there, mole man. The surprise attack from your party has taken down 2 of the numbers. My party being Heinrich and his new girlfriend. Okay. Let's take down another one of their numbers, and then we should be able to swing this quite nicely. We have full energy, so no harm in healing ourselves. Especially because Heinrich still has a potion left, I believe. Okay. You don't counterattack, I don't think, so we'll kill you first. And then Let's keep him on his feet. I don't know what's going on. The game has a real problem accepting my input commands at the moment. Wonder if that's my mouse being broken again. But it does work for just about everything else. Okay, he surrendered. That's kind of him. Zeitz kicks at a down bandit, cracking the man's nose. He did the same to me yesterday, and that'll teach the bastard. There's just a few of them left. One more squad should be all. Let's return to the mine. Okay then. Let's do that. Anything else we need to do beforehand? I don't think so. And I think there they come already. Yep, that looks like a little more of a problem. The outlaws are coming. Their leader is at the head of the party. Let's make it to the mine quickly. Okay, so that's probably the leader then. And he's probably the one I might want to take out first. Now to battle. Okay, to battle indeed. Let's fight. I can't believe my eyes. Mole himself with some ragged Landsknecht. What, you thought to take me by surprise? You stupid hawk, you won't take me that easily. You're afraid of me, aren't you? Well, don't be. I'm no butcher to carve you up. But Gustav? Now, Gustav is a real butcher. Hey, Gustav, I bet you wouldn't cut this pig's nose while he's still alive. What's the bet? 30 gulden and a cask of Rhine wine. In that case, why not? Step aside. My brothers and I will take you up on that bet. Tough talk for the soon-to-be deceased. Let's wait on in and take this guy out with one shot. Assert a little bit of dominance. Right, we'll meditate because there's nothing we can do, pretty much. I think we could have waited and healed at the end of the turn, but don't really think that's entirely necessary. Okay, you're already somewhat damaged. And you are forced to go for Heinrich, I think. So that's good. Wow. Now, that is a little bit tough. Let's see. Okay, he's at least somewhat manageable, but I hope he's not gonna kill... Wow, that's so close. And she can't heal him. Shit. Shit. We lose. Okay, let's reload and see if there's anything we can do here. I don't understand how this one works because like from what I thought it would do, I give this to the guy and then he is in the next battle again, but it doesn't exactly seem to do that, and I don't know why. He's got... Does he still have a wound? And where would I be able to see that? Or is he just... Is he up for fighting now? This guy is dead, so you can leave us. Do I need to heal him as well? Let's try. Okay. Right, you're gonna be my my one attack sponge. And we'll make sure that the leader goes for you first. So let's try this variety. Let's have him his what the hell? Okay. Let's let him have his moment of tough talk and then we'll jump into battle. Yes, yes, we know. Okay, so down this guy. Right, that's one attack taken and soaked. That's okay. Let's wait until the end of the turn so we can heal any damage we take back up. Yep, we'll do that. Let's beat this guy. And then again, wait until the end of the turn. We'll meditate. Can we kill you? No, we can't. Shit. Wait. Whoa. This is crazy damage. Okay, he's down. This is hopefully enough to take one hit from the dude. And I can heal him again. Yeah, this should be it. Victory! Nice. So, you have killed Gustav, but no matter, you'll soon join him in hell. What? What the hell is this? Sorry for that little outburst, but... So now the leader is doing the second wave, and we are potentially boned again. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. So I have to attack this guy, and so this dude is coming after my healer, and we'll probably strike her down. Let's try to make the most of it. Okay, he's not that hard hitting, but this should... Oh, okay. Phew. Looks like we were the same distance from them. Do I want to lose? I think I have to lose her. Because I need to take this guy down. Fine, and now I've won. No matter. You can't do anything to me right now. You will die. Okay. Yeah, that was a bit like... I was more taken aback by the fact that the game presents this in a sort of a kung fu movie fashion, where it's just like, oh, we'll send this guy to fight you and we'll stand around watching and then we'll come for you as well. But oh well. Celebrating a little early and got taken off guard. I'm pretty sure I missed an opportunity to take on more men. I did mouse over that castle and it didn't actually turn into an entrance symbol back at the very start of the level, but I probably should have gone up there and checked whether there are more men to be had since the guy offered. In any case, we seem to have won. Ha! At last, we have gotten rid of those petty fools. You saved my life, noble sir. I really don't know how to thank you. If it was true that I had gems, I would gladly give them to you, but I have nothing. I don't need gems from you, Zeitz, but... Is it true that you know a way under the mountain? Certainly I do, that's why they call me Zeitz the Mole. So you need to get to the opposite side. What are we waiting for? I will mark the route on your map. You do? What does that mean? Never mind. I want to go back to the village. See if we can heal up and maybe recruit more people. We can do neither. You've got to be kidding me. They're really not being very cooperative in this one, are they? So now I need to figure out how to use the way under the mountain. Go to the mine, which has been marked by Zeitz on your map, and go through the secret way. There are in fact 3 mines marked on my map, game. Would be cordially nice of you to tell me which one you mean. Oh well. Bit of an issue with descriptions here sometimes. Okay, it's not that apparently. Is it the one I just came from, maybe? I feel like I'm wasting time I don't have by not getting the map marker that I should need. Is it here then? It should be, because it's usually always in the last place you look anyway, huh? Let's see. Duck your head, the tunnels are not very tall or wide, don't fall behind. Okay, we do that. We go ahead here, and now it is to the left or right. Well, it makes little difference. Damn it, I hit my head. Head? Who needs a head, eh? Oh, don't mind me, I just enjoy a good laugh at a bad joke. We have something in common, Mr. Mole. Right. Fresh air, how horrible. Hans's Tavern is at hand, so you can rest there. Better air with the alcohol and vomit. Oh god. I thank you, Zeitz, you have helped me a great deal. I can give you even more help, but with a story this time. Listen now. There is a tower not far from Funkelspitz called Swallow Tower. It's said it is impossible to get there unless one turns into a swallow. It wasn't invented by chance. It wasn't invented by chance? Okay. It was a shelter and there was only one secret way there, but all who knew the way have since died. The tower has been desolate for a long time. When I was kept in the mine, I heard the rogues say that they had found the secret way and now use it to hide themselves and their plunder from local authorities. Spoke the directions out loud, they did. There is a huge fragment of wall not far from the tower. You have to turn your back to it and walk straight ahead, climbing the section of hill that lies in front of the fragment. Then turn towards the tower from the steep, and look down and you will see the entrance. Perchance, sir, you will need to go there eventually. More directions that I'm afraid to follow at this point in the game. Right. So what's this? Is this Hans's Tavern or... Yes, apparently. This is the tavern where Hans treats visitors with his special wine. If only Berthold could come and try it. What? How do you know Berthold? Quite the idea. Berthold is sure to go the longer way and will certainly call in here. And he won't refuse a glass of wine. If I bribe the tavern keep to get him drunk, it would give me some much needed time. Okay, so apparently she knows about her predicament because Heinrich is fond of sharing with the peasant. When I came to the island's bridge, I got scared at first. The marble statue there is twice as big as a man. Its stone eyes look very human. His strict gaze glares out from under his eyebrows. The local people told me that it is Saint Landry, the first bishop of Windfeld, and that he stands before the bridge to protect the cathedral. Protect? From whom? Well, the cathedral has quite a history. Oh, here we go. The Cathedral of John the Baptist is the largest and most spectacular in the duchy. People say that when Saint Landry, who is called Landrich, was baptizing local people, he could not convince them to enter the chilly waters of the Elbe. So in order to prove the safety of the Elbe, he swam out to the deepest point between Vierschwalle and Moss. The priest, who was already old, found his strength failing against the strong current. He was dragged under. Then a miracle occurred. The bed of the river rose to form an island under Landry. When people saw the miracle, they swam towards the new island and he baptized them all. One of the first Christian churches in the duchy was built on the island. A knight, possessed by revenge, put the cathedral to flame in order to ruin the wedding of his enemy. After that, the church was rebuilt and the bridge is now guarded day and night. Okay, so the knight in question is that Nicholas, I believe, from the Smeater story, and Smeater is the enemy. But the excuse me. But the living are not the only guards of the church. The Duke invited a famous sculptor from Florence, who people claimed possessed some sorcerer's power. His statues resemble the living so closely that if you were to stand and watch, they appear to be alive, and indeed some believe they are actually alive. This sculptor made a huge statue of Saint Landry, and now it stands at the bridge's entrance. In one hand, Landry holds a steel staff, and the nimbus over his head is made of pure gold. People who walk past the statue still swear that its gaze follows them. It is believed that if the cathedral is threatened again, the statue will come alive and punish the blasphemer. Okay, what do we need to do? Make Berthold set fire to the cathedral? The innkeeper narrows his eyes in distrust. And what? Has this statue already come alive? Believe me, if you ever see it yourself, you will lose all interest in finding out whether or not it's actually alive. Okay. Interesting. So, the Underhill Tavern. The owner of this tavern, Hans, is known in this area for his special wine. Miners are the most frequent guests here. They come to drink a few mugs after a hard day of work. Also merchants come by to look for precious stones and other mountain goods. Alright, sounds good. Do we have any hirelings? mercenaries, eh? Too expensive. We can heal ourselves up. Oh, you're dead. That's unfortunate. Okay. Do we have to? That's 50 per day. That's too much. Okay, let's talk to the tavern keeper. Welcome, sir. I'm always glad to see fresh faces in my tavern. I bid you good day, tavern keeper. Tell me, are you the very Hans who is widely known for his special wine? The very same, good sir. Listen, Hans, I have an old friend. I want to surprise him. He will definitely call in at your tavern, and soon. I want you to serve him well, pour his wine generously. I will pay for it all, and I'll throw in a little extra for your service. Sir, I am always glad to please my customers. There is a problem, however. I ran out of that wine this morning. It is quite popular, you see. Of course you did, Brian Blessed. Are you able to procure some more? Adam, the wine grower, usually delivers the wine. He was meant to arrive at dawn, but he seems to have been delayed for some reason. If you need the wine so urgently, sir, you could visit Adam yourself. His farmstead is right down the road. It's hard to miss. And you say that, but I keep missing stuff in this game, so hey. Gossip. Having a mug of beer and some simple food, you can always listen to what people say. Let's do... Wow, holy crap, that's a lot. 7 miners. Okay, hi-ho, here we go. And the elder is apparently talking. Once there lived 7 miners and they decided to throw all their money into new tools and instruments to mine the tallest mountain in Erzglanz. They had heard that the heart of the mountain was made of solid malachite and knew that if they were able to get to it, they would be wealthy beyond their wildest dreams. So they gathered their tools and set off to the great mountain. For days they hacked away at the rock. Days turned to months and their camp supplies dried up. But they did not turn back, not so much as to gather food or drink. Their eyes took on a crazed look, and they would not interrupt their efforts at all, but kept biting at the mountain. But while it defied all their efforts, and their tools fell into disrepair, they would not stop. With bloody hands, they continued hacking away with blunted tools. They dug so deep that surely they smelled the brimstone of hell only a few meters below them. There's probably a balrog sitting, waiting for them to break open. And then, when all strength had failed them, they saw it. The crater of earth gave way, and they saw a green glow of malachite. It was sparkling, almost glowing, like a living force, the very heart of the mountain. But in their delirium to reach it, they had nothing to leave the cavern they had plunged into, and all their tools were so worn that they could hardly even scratch the surface of the precious stone. So they lie there to this day as part of the mountain, dead beside the stone, which was the very object of their greed. The name of the mountain is Funkelspitz, sparkling peak. Yeah, you could translate it that way. The name which also was given to the castle which clings onto its slope. And if you reach the top from the opposite side of the castle, some say you can still hear the wailing of the miners. 3 pines grow there, one is a bit further up than the other 2, so if you stand by the third and listen to the sound with your ear on the mountain, you will hear them. Funkelspitze would probably be a better name if it's supposed to be sparkling peak. And it is said that if you bring them the tools, they will get malachite for you, but you must turn your back and count till 3. But the tools should be made of the finest iron, not the kind that miners use, but the quality that knights use in battle. It is easy to guess what they need: 3 hammers, 3 picks, and a good thick sack. Who doesn't? And it is said that if you bring them the tools... Okay, sorry, that didn't actually click over to the next one. I have a bit of a delay there. Right, okay, let's skip the legends for the moment and see if there's anything more productive we can achieve here. Conversation about Hohenkiefer. Johann Hohenkiefer is a good man. Miner's offer. Hey, aren't these the best gems you could ever find? Different colors, patterns and sizes. Okay. Merchant's offer. Look, the finest clothes, thick wool and well-cured leather. You will pay thrice more for it than marketplace by the lake. You I want to talk to. Here comes a customer. Well, traveler, will you buy anything? They would disappear in a moment at the markets in Lahnstein. I have 2 measures of cloth, 1 measure of wool, and 2 of the finest deer leathers. 60 guldens for the lot. And I'll even buy you a round of drinks. Okay, why would we want... Why do we want that? I guess we'll do it, just for no good reason. Appreciated, friend, but none of that special wine, just the usual. Okay, we bought stuff. Maybe we can sell it somewhere and get better stuff, I guess? Maybe? I hope. Or does this game have crafting as well? That would be interesting. Okay, so... Oh, we can't actually go back to the rumors now? Okay. Let's see about Hohenkiefer. He collects fine things to spread across Funkelspitz, but too soon I will run out of these. That's a bit of a non sequitur. What does he want? Samite? Wine? You'll never guess, you peasant. He's too cultured for the likes of you. He is ill most of the time, which is probably why he doesn't venture around his lands, so he is bored. All he wants is stories. Can you believe that? Tell a story, and you need not pay a toll. But the story must be interesting. First of all, something from a distant place is most likely to entertain, and secondly, it needs to be new. That's the tricky part. The more travelers pass through his lands, the more stories he knows. Soon there will be nothing that he does not know. He's already heard stories about subjects as varied as the Kaiser, deer, and mermaids. If things go on like this much longer, I'll soon have to pay in gold. Interesting. Now, what do you want? Hey, aren't these the finest gems, etc., etc.? You're interested, aren't you? No surprise. You are not local, I can tell. You won't find such gems anywhere but in Erzglanz. Here I have with me 2 pyrites, 1 malachite, and 1 rhinestone crystal. 110 golden for all. No, that's not money I want to spend right now. As you wish, but I say again, you won't find such gems anywhere but in Erzglanz. You'll change your mind, I'll be here. You do that, and we'll see if we can find that Adam. Set at the end of the road. Question is which end? Probably that end. Let's go over there. See what's on. Maybe that's the wine. Yeah, that's definitely wine. What are they called? Wine stocks? I don't even know what the English word is for Weinreben. Coming closer to the manor, you knock on the door, but no one opens the gates. You knock again, and after a pause, you hear someone moving within and hear a scared voice. Would you rob me of everything, you villains? Have you lost all your morals that you would take my livelihood from me? Peace, friend. I have come from Hans for a cask of wine. That is all. You are too late. A rabble of red wolves marched in here and helped themselves to my store. They believe they have the right to take what they please. They call themselves knights, but act no better than robbers. They're probably drunk already, asleep somewhere. Damn, do you have any idea where they might be headed? Probably to the ruins in the highlands. They have converged with some local scum there. Okay, the highlands. Probably there. Right, okay. I'm gonna need the mercenaries. That's probably what they put there for. There's the Red Wolf squad. Yeah, that's them. Right, I'm gonna need to hire you guys. Otherwise I won't stand a chance. We can always listen to the gossip as well. But I wanna do a little bit of fighty before we do that. Right, you guys are up there somewhere. Let's do this quickly because the upkeep is not gonna be cheap. 85 a day. That's definitely nothing to sneeze at. What do they field? Let's check them. That's alright. Okay, so they're set up that way. Yeah, that works. Actually, does that? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Let's say hi. Hello. Hello? Oh, come on. Halt! Are you a tradesman? You may say that if you wish, and I'll offer you a trade. Give me the wine and I'll forget your thievery. Agreed? Let's do something else. You give me everything you have, or my sword will make you dance. Well, I will do a little dance. Mostly, I will dance with my sword on your liver. Right. Okay, how does he attack and heal in the same turn? That's a trick I'd like to learn. Okay, you do no damage. Let's wait. Yeah. Damn it. Okay, heal you. This is not gonna go so well, I don't think. For him at least. Can you do more damage on him then? You do nothing, do you? Yeah, complete waste of money. And now she can't heal anymore. Fantastic. And now we'll lose this guy. Probably. Yep. Oh well. Can you do a little bit of damage? No? None? Okay. Not making this easy for me, game. Not that I'd want you to, but giving me a useless mercenary and yeah, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry about that, but this guy is just a complete and utter joke. Yeah, thanks for that. I'll present you with the bill. Here you go. That's... oh, God. Yeah, you might as well stand there and soak a hit. You're not even good for that, are you? Screw you, buddy. Okay, the healer leveled up. That's fine. Got some armor as well. Here is the cask. Fortunately, they haven't emptied it. I'll need to bring this to Hans at once. I have already spent too much time on this. Maybe right there, friend. Okay, can we enter? Can we enter the camp? Small field camp with a banner of the Red Wolves Order, whoever they may be. Right. Let's head on back. I suppose. And get ourselves healed back up. Hey Hans, here you are. I must confess I had to sweat to get it. I know, a shepherd boy brought word of your victory against the wolves. You'd better be careful with them. Red wolves are respected a great deal in Windfeld. You took great risk to get this wine to me, and I won't charge you anything to take care of your friend. Thank you, Hans, and now farewell. Give my best regards to your niece, Greta. I have no niece. What are you speaking of? Are you saying you don't have a son named Peter? What, Peter? What are you talking about? There must be some misunderstanding. I knew it. I knew you had a bastard, you old libertine. What have we done? My mother was always saying. Oh no. Heinrich, you got him in trouble. Let's listen to some more gossip. Hermit, Alpine Gold, Swallow Tower. Let's listen to Ensel's treasure. What happened to Ensel and his volunteers? Haven't you heard? We sent a search party out for them last week and they found nothing but an empty camp. There was an obstruction further on a path leading to it. I fear you don't need a seer to explain what happened. Like I always say, people set off to find treasures and nothing comes of it except death and tragedy. It's a pity, as I actually saw some of their success. Ensel boasted of the malachite, pyrite and crystals in the town, and I swear each gem was no smaller than a man's fist. I suppose they had found 3 times as much as what they showed us, but who knows where they found it all. Well, I have some ideas where they would have found them. Truly? You didn't know Ensel like I did. He was the most contrary man I knew and would hide the most expensive things in the most mundane of places. I wouldn't be surprised if he simply placed them in a barrel or chest near his very bed. An interesting tale indeed, I wish it were true, but out of curiosity, where was his camp? In the hollow to the south of Funkelspitz. If you are going to find Ensel's gems, it will probably be there and in a very likely spot. Okay. The Hermit. Hey fellow, why are you alone today? Where is your wife? She has gone to the mountains to that hermit. She goes there every month. She wants to know what child she will have. And what does he say? Well, he still says she won't have any children, and so far he's right, but he made a prophecy that her sister would have a boy, and it actually came true right on time. But when her husband came to thank him, the hermit also told him something. He returned home very displeased with his wife as he realized he was not the boy's father. Damn, hermit, you're a shitty wingman. A wonder, to be sure. Is it also true that he calls people after animals? Sheep, bulls or partridge, even pigs and rams. A mob wanted to burn him alive after he called one of them a pig, but before they set their torches they changed their mind and returned home. A blessed man, to be sure. Which... Alpine gold? Well, fellows, we will get rich soon. Gold has been found in the east and golden rivers will flow unto us. Golden rivers? Don't be a fool. Do you think we will get even so much as a single copper from them? Our lord will hoard it all for himself. The richer our lord, the better life becomes for the simple man. More trade, collectors will stop ripping us to the bone, and of course there will be some flow on to our pockets. Do you really believe there is so much gold in the mountain? Nobody knows for sure, but enough, I'm sure, to buy all of Lahnstein and most of Volmek at the very least. At the Swallow Tower at last? It stood alone, tall and proud, it watched the land. No door marred its surface, or windows cut into its perfection. A knight once built this structure, a knight who spoke little, and whose eyes warned away any questions. He built the tower and left. The villagers came to look upon it, and when he had departed, they walked its circumference, trying to find an opening or an entrance. They found nothing, no, not even a mark upon its obsidian surface. But there was an entrance. Deep it was, under the earth, the passage leading to the cliff floor, the sole entrance into that place of silence and solitude. And there was someone who lived in that dark place. So alone and so silent, he knew not even the sound of his own voice, a child, barely 10 years old. Only while he slept did the maid come in and place food for the morrow. He never saw her. One night he stayed awake and waited for her, but she did not come. The boy climbed up onto the roof some night and lay on the cold stones and looked at the stars. The walls around the roof were so high that he could not gaze down upon the land or see the farmers carrying their produce. He could not see the children skipping in the fields or the knights riding past in their splendid armor. All he could do was lie down and stare at the sky. So the boy sat still up on the roof one day, waiting and watching. He heard a flutter of wings and a bright yellow swallow fluttered down onto the roof. The boy had seen many birds pass above, but this one flew close to him. Its feet settled on a small stone block, and it cocked its head toward him and fixed its turned eye on him. It held its grey wings back against its body and hopped closer to him. The boy reached out a trembling hand and the bird hopped onto his arm. The boy stroked the bird's feathers and smiled. The boy went up there often, day after day, watching for the swallow, and the bird came once more, this time with another swallow. And day by day more birds began to nest among the open roof of the tower, and the boy was no longer lonely. He sat among the birds and talked to them long into the night. Whether the birds could understand him or not, the boy did not mind. They chirped and flew about him as he spoke. And one day the knight returned to the tower and saw a flock of swallows above the tower. He wondered at that and spoke to a sorcerer. So the sorcerer merged into the form of a hawk and flew above to see the boy in the midst of the birds, in joy and peace. The sorcerer returned to the knight, troubled and knowing what the knight would ask of him. The knight was furious, for he wanted the boy to grow strong and hard as stone, isolated from the comforts of the world, so he commanded the sorcerer to kill the birds. So it was on another day that the boy climbed the tower to watch the swallows and be with them again. The day drew on, and the sun began to sink on the horizon. A dark shape flashed by the tower, and the swallow screeched a death cry, its wings torn. It crashed to the ground, and the boy began to cry as he picked the swallow up in his hand. The shape flashed again in the sky, and another swallow fell. Again and again and again, the rending of feathers and the cry of the birds continued on. The boy wailed with a voice so haunted and agonized that even far from the hills the villagers heard it. It filled them with great fear as they turned their eyes upon the tower, and then the deed was done. The boy stood alone in the midst of dead swallows, the dark shape in the sky retreating to watch him from afar. With rage and despair, the boy began to pull himself up from the roof. He dug his feet into little chips of stone, his feet and hand bleeding as he climbed, the sharp edges scratching and tearing at his skin. He pushed on, despair and rage forcing his body to climb. And he did not stop until his body turned wrecked. He finally stood atop the tower. He saw the land before him, he saw it all, he jumped. He fell from the lofty peak, and in an instant his lonely life was over. The knight abandoned the tower, and the villagers who ran to discover the source of the unearthly wail wondered at the dead child they found at the tower's base. Time went on, but the swallows did not forget their nest. They returned to claim it once again as their own, and to this day Swallow Tower stands tall. And on that incredibly cheerful note, I suppose we are just about done for this episode. So I thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time, and bye for now.